Hey guys, Lego Loving Lady here, rolling into episode 7. Um, yeah, it's been a fun couple of months since starting this. We're up to 39 subscribers, which I'm very grateful for. And let's talk about today's flow. So the topic today is going to be creators, collectors, resellers, scalpers. Oh my, yes, that is a Wizard of Oz reference. I guess I'll be Dorothy. Um, Toto's asleep over here in the window. And then we'll see who the other minifigs turn out to be. We're going to do a little bit of Lego news, channel update, Bricky's tips, what's on the build table now, and maybe what's next. Chomping at the bit to do the Arkham Asylum. But I really need to do another Winter Village set. So we'll see. We'll see when we get there. You guys tell me in the comments what you want to see. That does change my mind sometime. Hint, hint, cat in a hat. Okay. So, yeah, I wanted to talk to you guys today about my favorite fellow YouTube creators, uh, and then kind of defining what's a collector, what's a reseller, what's a scalper, and there needs to be another column like what's a scammer. And I think sometimes we kind of we kind of overlap. So just kind of give you my take on that and get your thoughts. I know that we all might not agree, but so yeah. And here's just a quick glimpse at some of my regular watches. Uh, all of these I usually will watch at some point within the week. Some are my regulars that I sit down and build with. On Tuesdays and Thursdays is when their episodes drop. So that's usually I'll have those on while I'm building. A lot of the speed builds. If I was to slow it down to where you could hear, you would definitely be hearing one of these in the background. So we'll talk more about them later. I've kind of got a ranking for you guys, and my top four I will not rank because I cannot pick between them. They're all just great and very supportive and very interactive and just yeah, I can't say who's number one, who's number two. I just can't. Plus, they would have way too much fun if I said who's number two. All right, let's jump into this main topic. So, collectors, resellers, and scalpers. And I think there is some gray areas between each one. So we're going to kind of talk about, it says main goal, but what drives them, their buying style, pricing approach, kind of what they bring to the Lego community and impact on the community, whether it's positive or negative, neutral. Example and mindset, kind of, this is just my opinion. I don't want anybody to be offended because I think you guys think I think a lot less of resellers than I actually do. That's not that's not true at all. There's a few bad eggs in every basket that kind of makes people look at the whole basket funny, and I don't think that's fair either. So let's start with collector, and so the main goal is like you get into this wonderful world, you get into this Lego community, you realize you love it, you get to build these amazing sets. Some things are more challenging. Some people are so uber talented, they start making these beautiful mocks. They figure out the stud IO and the brick building design software and they make their own creations, just this gorgeous stuff. There's the rebrickable. I think that Imagination Brick Shop talked about rebrickable a lot in alternate block mocks this week. That's something. I have the Panda set and I also have the Snoopy instructions. So I got to dig that set out of this room somewhere and put that together because I love Snoopy. And I will be getting the Lego Snoopy set. So, he'll need another Snoopy buddy to hang out with. Scooby may have some competition. If they come out with a Snoopy minifig, then I'll have to splash some Snoopies around in my collection as well. But the bind style, so for collectors, you just want to enjoy, you want to build, you want to display the sets, you want to interact with other people with the same passion you have. You buy pretty much just for yourself, not really focused on making a profit. It is nice though with Lego that if it's a used set, it was fairly popular. If you just want to build it and resell it, you can get some of your money back, put back towards the other Lego. My problem is I've been a more of a hoarder than a flipper. So I'm going to be going through later today. Today's Saturday, the second, and pulling some built sets to make room so I can build some more sets and putting those up for sale. And if I'm feeling really industrious, I'm going to go through this Lego room, this Lego stock room, and post some sets for sale or take them to a local reseller to see how much I can get from them and value that against the time, the shipping, all of that stuff that they absorb so that I wouldn't have to see what I can get for that way out of those sets. We'll just see. So far, I have had really good luck with selling on Facebook Marketplace. A moderator for a ladies BST buy sell trade group. You do have to be a member of our sister site for 30 days before you can join there. And it's just a safer space. And if I'm out, we have a in search of thread on there. So if I'm out and I know a lady is looking for something or for a set, like Jason's Bricks and Five wants the the brick bank for his wife. That's awesome. Fiverton gal. If, one of the ladies in the group and I've seen it very quickly, I'll put it on a credit card. They'll pay me the shipping or whatever, and I'll send it to them at retail. I'll come across it, that type thing. Usually the purchases wouldn't be that large. It's more unique brickheads or just rare sets, a couple $100. I've done that, and it's pretty safe. Usually it's a high demand set, so if I come across it, they pass on it. There's usually two or three others that want to get it. I'm not reselling for profit with this, just trying to help people out. I've had people help me out that way because aftermarket can be brutal. The pricing can be brutal. So the value add is supports the Lego community and, shares a passion, positive, keeps the hobby fun and thriving, like the lug groups and things like that. You go to these conventions and stuff like that, and there's collectors, resellers there that are great and they're perpetuating, right? Because once it leaves the Lego store, it leaves Walmart, it leaves Target, it leaves Amazon, we you need somebody standing in that gap, right? So impact on the community for collectors is very positive. New collectors is what keep this hobby going, right? So buy what I love and build what makes me happy. That's got me into trouble because if it's Lego and I can click it together, I usually buy it. There has been some that I didn't really love putting together. R2D2, big one. And mainly just because of the frustration that went along with it. The Model T, I didn't really enjoy that build. It wasn't, it looks good. It's fine, I guess, if you like it. Dad loves it, so it'll be on display here. It'll be one that I keep because he really loves it. It speaks more to him than to me, and I think that I built it means a lot to him, but it just wasn't one of my favorite builds. On the flip side of that, one of my favorite builds is, and you probably heard me say this before, is the Disney camera, the old school camera with the 100 on top of it and Walt Disney sets inside of it. That's an amazing build. It's a lot of fun. It's got a lot of Easter eggs. The little roll 'em clicky thing is really cool. That like I think it's Bambi and Mickey and Minnie. Thumper? Is it Thumper? Might not be Thumper. Don't take me up on that, but I think it's Thumper. Set on that. So really cool. Any figs in there? I'm going to take a sip of this cold coffee, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to make a face, but anyway, we'll see. Starts out hot, time I get to run in my mouth, it doesn't stay that way. So if you see, we have collector, reseller, and scalper here, but we also have collector, reseller, and I think a natural evolution. I was talking about the life cycle of a collector is at some point you're going to have to branch over into the reseller market. And a lot of resellers are awesome. They are helping to perpetuate this craft or this hobby, that they love it themselves. They have their own vast collections. They have bricklink stores. They sell parts. They make mocks. They make it possible for other people to make mocks. They sell, they resell some retired sets. And yes, it's at a profit, but you got to think it's their time, their money, their investment to do that just so that this set is still available years after. And the law of supply and demand does kick in there. Some sets just go up in value. That's one of the good things about Lego. But the good thing about a collector reseller is they they want to make sales extra sets at fair market value. They want to make some money. They don't want to make crazy money. They don't want to rip anybody off. They want to cover their expenses and, make a little money to cover their hobby. Some folks, like true full-on resellers, may have their own storefronts and things like that, and we'll talk about them next. That's a little bit different, but there again, there's there's really great ones, and then there's the ones that make you kind of go, okay, maybe I don't want to deal here as much. So I think we need to, give them a fair shake or a fair thought. But collector resellers, you're kind of in the middle, and I'm kind of right here. This is kind of where I sit. I don't have a lot of parts. Take that back. Making one Christmas tree stand. I have two big boxes of parts somehow. And I don't have space to display a Christmas tree stand. It's going to take up all of those parts. So I got to figure out something to do with it. I I do know people who have Bricklink stores, and I have thought about just sending them the parts and letting them have them to do what they need to do with. We'll see if I actually do that or not. Uh, or maybe I just need to break them all out and try my hand at this thing called mocking. And if that don't work, then give them to a friend. But anyway, collector reseller collects first, resells their extras or what they don't love anymore. If you take a walk through the house and you're a collector and you just don't love it anymore, flip it and put it into something that you do love, or go to Rebrickable and pick out an alternate build for it and enjoy it that way. Buying style is buys for personal use. And if it's a set I love and it's on clearance, and I think somebody in the BST group or somewhere else may want it, yeah, I'll pick up a couple of extras and maybe sell it at retail, even though I got it at a discount. That gets me a little bit of something for my time and my efforts, right? So that's not bad. Then price and sell at extra market value. The collector reseller, they kind of help fans complete their collections by sharing out of their own and kind of recircling this thing, because after a set retires, there's only so many and then that's it. Impact on the community is very positive, and kind of the mindset is collect what I love and help others get what they love too. So I think that's kind of great because you're helping them in their hobby. You're getting to expand your hobby and how you're working, how you're interacting with it. So so yeah, it's sorry, lost my place for just a second. Sorry about that. So yeah, it's collectors, resellers, very positive for the community, very positive for themselves, for their hobbies. Now let's move on to straight up resellers. Okay, this is like your BAMs, your bricks and minifigs. This is your like River City Bricks in Danville. This is your North Carolina Builds. This is your larger Bricklink stores. This is folks that are reselling maybe at the conventions and things. And there's reseller pricing, then there's convention pricing. It's like buying a hot dog at the local shop, at the local gas station, or buying a hot dog at the football game. It's the venue, it's the experience, and a lot of the times at the conventions they have the rare stuff or they have unique stuff just to that convention that really drives up the price. So I kind of think of these more in this area or in the orange area. So let's talk about the regular resellers. Their main goal is they want to make a profit, smart and fair. Most of them are doing this as their living. So I'm thinking of Chris, the owner at Bricks and Minifigs in Greensboro. I'm thinking of Kenneth and Michael at River City Bricks in Danville, who I will be if I box this collect some of these things up, who I'll be taking to. Um, I've looked at their pricing rules. They have them posted, and I think it's very fair. So yeah, if I'm going to do that today or tomorrow, it would be to River City Bricks in Danville that I take this stuff to. Um, they buy strategically. They're looking for like if I take them, I got a Chewbacca in here somewhere. I take them Chewbacca. They got four. I really don't expect them to buy mine to go along with it, right? So, but let's say I take them to Thieves or Tortuga, they don't have one, then, you know, it saves me from having to worry about shipping it. Did it get there? Did it get there in good shape? Is somebody going to come back and not send the money or say I didn't send it, that type thing? All of those hassles are just done. And on the flip side of that, like buying from those guys, yeah, I pay a little bit more, but they got to cover their expenses. They got to cover their shop. They got to cover their people to work there. But when I pick that set up and bring it home, I can look at it. I can tell whether the box is damaged because I'm in the boxes. Some people aren't. Or, you know, the Lego store, they got the damaged box rack. If it's not, and we'll get into that later. Hold on. So I can look at it. I can tell that I'm going to get what I have my hands on. I can put it in the car. I can take it home. I can build it that night if I want to. If I'm buying online or from a reseller online, Bricklink, I think is pretty good. I don't think they have a lot of issues there. I haven't heard of it. I haven't had any trouble with Bricklink, but I only buy from a couple of people on Bricklink, and Jason's Bricks and Five is one of those. I think I've gotten something from Brick Trains and Mardi Gras Man, but I'm not for sure about that. That may be a story I'm telling, and I don't mean to. Um, so I bought a couple of things from there and had really good luck. Just before you go into a retailer or a reseller, I think, well, let's go on down before I price and approach. Price is based on market value. They want reasonable profit. So what they're going to pay you is going to be less than that. So you got to give them some space to make some money on it or taking away the stress of having to do all the other things like shipping it, storing it, taking the risk on it, those type things. The value add is they provide a lot of availability for retired and hard to find sets. That's where it's going to be, Atlanta Brick Company. I am trying desperately to talk my sister into taking a long weekend road trip with me to where we hit several Lego stores, bricks and minifigs, mom and pop shops, and end up at Atlanta Brick Company. So I just really want to go. I, I've heard really good things about it. I watched there Between the Studs. I just really want to go. So I'm hoping I can talk her into that very soon. And so we'll have some really fun videos out of that. Impact on the community for a true reseller is neutral to positive. They close the gap on supply and demand. If there's some retired pieces, retired parts, bulk parts, those type things that you can get from them sometimes at a better price or quicker than you can get it from Lego Group because I don't know what's going on with their parts order stuff. Uh, and I say that because my adventures in Transylvania was missing bag 37. If you watch this, I was traumatized by this. I loved that set from the moment I seen it, and then when I got it, I couldn't build it, and it took them 8 weeks. No, they told me it was going to be 8 to 10 weeks. I actually got the parts in 6 weeks, but still, it was traumatic. And then I had bought a rebrickable because you can download the parts list and upload it into Bricklink and buy your parts. So I had bought the instructions for the upscaled snowman. It was kind of cute, but he looks a little mean, kind of, but still loved him. Upscale snowman. I'll put him next to my Santa. Somehow or the other, I uploaded that list twice. I've got enough to make two. So yeah. Anyway, resellers pretty much want to take care of their business. They want to be fair. They also have to be fair to themselves and to their employees as well as to you. Now, I say that as we move into reseller, scalper, scammer. And Chris, I think at the Bricks and Beanie Figs in Greensboro does a great job. The I forgot the guy's name. I can see his face. It's plain as day. The owner of the Bricks and Beanie Figs in Durham. He's the same way. He runs his shop the same way. Very fair. I have bought stuff from them. I haven't tried to sell anything to them, but I have heard them negotiating with other folks that have brought stuff in, and they were very fair. I felt like they were fair, considering these bricks and minifigs are usually in shopping centers, so the rent or the retail space is very expensive. They had many employees that they were just loving to work there. Then there's a bricks and minifigs in a neighboring city to Greensboro, and I I had heard the negotiations there. I don't think the person doing the negotiating was a manager or an owner, but the whole tone and felt very, I'm trying to say this diplomatically, it was shady. It was very shady. I wanted to say, no, don't do this, go here. But, well, I honestly haven't really been back to that bricks and minifigs since that day. I uh, I tend to vote vote with my presence and my money, so they haven't gotten either in quite a while. But so that was a good segue, I guess, into reseller scalper. I didn't really know which way to name this. I think the last two categories kind of go together. Maybe just take the reseller off of there. Just it's not really. I think the first three, collector, reseller, and resellers at heart are Lego lovers, and they wanted to make it their full-time job or more, bigger part of their life, which is great. And then I think the other two are just very much based on, let's take the reseller. Let's just put scalper, scammer, um, money driven. I don't know the good word to put here, but I feel like The bricks and minifig I described to you in the neighboring city is it's more money focused. It's not really that particular person. I'm not going to say that about the owners because they may not be that way at all, or they wouldn't have invested their money into a bricks and minifigs, right? I know a lot of people think Lego is fast money. I don't necessarily believe that. I do believe we enjoy a hobby that we can get some value back out of. Kind of like when I was quilting, it amazed me what some folks would offer me for a quilt. I it's kind of like building a puzzle too. I hadn't done it in a long time, but yeah, I think these last two are their main goal is to make a lot of money. And the scalpers are the worst. They like we've seen the worst of that with Pokemon when it came out. They were brutal, I think, and just swooping in and buying up everything they could buy. And then you could tell maybe they weren't as familiar, the Pokemon fans, with Lego because it's going to restock. It's going to be out for a couple of years. Now, sure, that little, I'm going to call it a bento box, but that's not what it was. That little box of buttons, I think it's now at still at $300 or something crazy for the gift with purchase. It swooping in and taking up product or sets that keeps it out of the hands of true Lego lovers just so you can make double or triple the price. That's kind of rough. Buys and I'm not talking about like we know a green grocer. A fair price on a green grocer right now is extremely high, but the demand is limited. It's several years old. I'm talking about swooping in and just being very opportunistic, extreme markup, unrealistic prices, create artificial scarcity. Um, and I think having to look out for scalpers and scammers is negative on the community because it kind of it can ruin the experience for a real fan if you feel like or a real Lego lover if you feel like you've been taken advantage of. And like I feel like for scalpers and scammers, they don't care. They'll go steal the Amazon truck because they want to make the money. So so yeah, that's where I sit. I love collectors. I love collector resellers. I love the resellers who are out there just trying to turn this hobby into something more for themselves and still be fair about it. And then the other two, well, shame on you. And I guess that's where I'm at. You guys tell me in the comments. Please don't light me up. This is just my opinion. This is just so. Or if you do light me up, we can have a respectful discussion. I would enjoy that as well. So let me know what you guys think of these. What I got right, what I got wrong, what you would, what you like, what you don't like. So now I want to move on to something a little more lighthearted, a little something more close to my heart. And that's my fellow fellow creators. Okay. Uh, all of these, like I said earlier, you will watch me. Well, you won't watch me. I will watch them at some point during the week, sometimes multiple times in the week, depending on how often they post, or I'll go back and look at I'll go back and look at old episodes and things like that. But yeah, this is my main loop. I had to put myself in there because, hey, why not? So so let's get into it a little bit. I wanted to give you my top 10, but after we hit number five, the last four I just can't rank them in any type of way. So we'll just have to go through there and the way they appear on the screen, that is not any indication of the ranking either, okay? So here we go. My favorite channel, my favorite channels, these are my build night buddies. I listen, I comment. Um, some of these I listen to on the drive into work or the drive home from work. I have 45, 50-minute commute 3 days a week. So some of them I listen to while I'm at work, and then I'll listen again when I can watch at home in case there was something being shown that I couldn't see on Spotify. I also listen to a lot of true crime. So yeah. So here we go. Let's try this. First up is Block Party. That's Kevin and Anna. They kind of do store tours, live builds, conventions. They travel a lot. They Anna loves sharks. If you watch them at all, you know Anna loves sharks. Uh, the latest ones they've been at the Disney Springs Lego store, talking about the new releases and things like that for Star Wars Day, May 4th. So next is Kirk and Kim Brick Builds. They do they do a lot of live streams. They do a lot of alternate builds. They do Lego. They take you to Amazon and show you which sets they got. They're very honest about these sets, the pricing and things, kind of weigh it out, which ones are good, which ones are bad. They My Lego files is nothing compared to what these two do, and they have some great sets. I really enjoy watching them. I play them in the background a lot, so while I'm building. Slapshot bricks, and I know all of these have a different vibe. He and is it Georgiana? Is that her name? That's not right. Maybe it is. I can't remember. Anyway, he's very positive. He gives his take on releases. He tries to let you know sales that are coming. Uh, he had his own take on the land, that type thing. I'm not getting into that. I uh, I think everybody just needs to do what's right for them and and be nice. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. And then A Falls Welcome, they usually drop on Mondays. These other three drop about all the time. They don't have a steady schedule. A Falls Welcome actually does episodes. They drop every Monday morning. And they usually run about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So I usually drive into work, drive home to work with A Falls Welcome. They do a different topic. They um they have brick mail that they do. It's Grinch and West, they're brothers. I don't know what kind of jobs they got, but bless their hearts, they're having to move all the time. Like they're packing up their sets and moving and talking about the challenges of that. They have kids. So it's a good little conversation um, every Monday. Atlanta Brick Company, they used to post every Saturday between the studs, and it's been kind of sporadic. They also do Friday store tours, and this is the same Atlanta Brick Company that I want to go visit. They used to do live builds and one of the best ones, I think, if you went back and looked, is going to be Garrett and Randy doing spooky stuff. I think it was the Hocus Pocus house. It was the Hocus Pocus house, or it was Nightmare Before Christmas. Can't remember, but it was a really good little block of time there. I wish they would go back to doing those. And then we have at number 5, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Okay. At number 5, we have Brick Fanatics. Brick Fanatics doesn't really have a regular drop schedule, but they drop videos all the time. I'm not a fan of the Smart Brick. I really enjoyed the little series he did where he bought these sets and just gave them to his kids. And the very honest feedback from from the kids playing with those. I would go check those out for sure. Okay. So from here, guys, this is like my my regular watches, my Monday and Wednesday, my Tuesday and Thursday, or Tuesday and Friday. And then when they drop in between, I go and check that out. I think one is doing Bricklink store updates on Mondays now. So in no particular order, from 4 to number 1, and 2, these folks have been really supportive with me from starting up into this next life cycle of being a collector, um, Lego lover. So yeah, let's go. Let's see here. Oh, it's Alex Noons, and I think that's Mindy there. I like Alex's reviews. He's very honest. He does it in a nice way. I love all the voices. I really love the review he did. He's big on the Bricklink designer programs. I think a lot of us are. The Art Factory, and Mindy was there for that one. I love the one she's in with him, and she was talking about her time as a ballerina and doing ballet and things like that, and how connected she was to the set. Guys, that changed my mind on the set because I got to looking at it and it's like I used to be in band, maybe I need this one. So now I'm on the hunt for it. It's going to cost me a little bit more than it would have if I decided I wanted it, you know, at crowdfunding, but it is what it is. So, so you, yay, Alex and Mindy. Then next we have Jason's Bricks and Files. I interact a lot with Alex and Jason both on Brick and News, which may be making an appearance here shortly. Um, I've also bought some stuff from Jason's Bricklink store. They've been very supportive. I do want to say that in one of the re one of the packages, like you get, they'll send you stickers and things like that. But I also got the gingerbread Kit Kat. I'm going to go against the grain and say that thing was good. I enjoyed that. I would like to know where to get more of those. They were really good. So Jason, he does shorts. He sometimes he'll do member lives with his wife, Fiverton gal. So yeah, just really, really fun, really, really cool. A full podcast. For those of you who don't know, that stands for the Adult Fans of Old Lego Podcast. It's Joy, Brick Trains, Jabo, Brickzar, Earl, Mardi Gras Man, 123. They drop episodes. uh, Well, it didn't come out till Friday, so I think it used to be on Thursdays, but now it's on every other Friday. And they just sit and they talk about old Lego, and it's a great way to learn about some of that stuff. They each have different parts of the collection they focus on. Like Joy likes trains. Um, I think Brickzar does too, but he's into like the tipper trucks and Duplo. Um, Mardi Gras Man, I think right now he's trying to get all of the Spider-Man figurines. I think they all have Bricklink stores. So yeah, there's a lot there going on. So check them out. And the Imagination Brick Shop is probably the first Lego podcast that I stumbled across. It's Steve Miller. He drops on Mondays and Wednesdays. On Mondays is usually leaks and rumors. Uh, Last week or the week before, Monday and Wednesday both, and then the following Monday was leaks and rumors because they were just Lego just kept dropping stuff. Wednesdays is a wild card Wednesday. It's a set review or it's a crazy topic. And I had been interacting with Steve in the comments, and he was like asking questions about being a YouTuber. So he actually did an episode. It's episode 107. So you want to be a Lego YouTuber or YouTube creator, podcaster, go check it out. He was very transparent in his experience and what it took and what it takes and the equipment he uses. It was great. Um, it was really, really great. So I think that's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope. Got one more. Breaking news with Alex and Jason. This is my Tuesday night build buddies. I comment and interact with them a lot. It's a lot of fun. They do a lot of different things. They uh, they have a food segment, which is I don't know about that burrito. They said it was good, but I don't see how it was good. If you know, you know. If not, go check them out. It's a lot of fun. Alex does a lot of voices. Him and Jason just really click well together on screen. I really enjoy it. very honest. They talk about different Lego things. They have community commentary. People will send in their builds to review. We get Lego news, things like that. So yeah, it's really, really good. And then since I started creating, and some of these folks I had interacted with in the comments from different ones of these, but I want to shout out Joe Bowling, Uma Slappas, Brick Trains, Mardi Gras Man, Heather's Little Corner, and Old Mountain Bricks. So I wanted to shout out those guys. Uh, Brick Trains and Mardi Gras Man, I clicked the button too quick. They were supposed to come in a little later, but Joe Bowling and Uma's Lapis, you've been very supportive. I appreciate all the interaction on the channel. It really means a lot. I do enjoy watching their stuff as well. Joe does some great set reviews, especially the ones I'm enjoying the most are of the Fairground, Fairground series, Icons Fairground. If I got that wrong, the last one I seen was this morning, the Loop Coaster. That thing flies. Uh, Heather's Little Corner. We're gonna get there, girl. We're gonna do it. We are. I enjoyed your finally getting your filing cabinet for your instructions. Uma's Lapis. He's got a lot going on. He's putting out some videos as well. He um, he does some set reviews. He has a lot of rebrickables. He's also an author, and I wish somebody would let me know what the name of that book is so I can go check it out. I've seen it, but I can't. My eyes aren't that good, so I can't tell what it is. Old Mountain Bricks is kind of close to me. I think I've actually talked to him at the Lego store, but I didn't realize who it was. Um, so yeah, and then I have Brick Trains and Mardi Gras Man here too, as well. In the honorable mentions are people I just didn't want to leave out. So yeah, that's my Lego creators. If you haven't went and checked out any of them, they're all on YouTube. Go check them out. Let me know what you think. If there's ones that I haven't added here that you guys really enjoy, please let me know those too, because I'd love to check them out. I'm always looking for something to listen to. I'm trying to steer away from the true crime as much. I do have some I still listen to. Crime Weekly, Truth and Justice, Undisclosed are are my favorites. Oh, Proof. Uh, I'm really enjoying Proof. A lot of them deal with wrongful convictions, which is kind of scary how wrong things can go. If you're into that kind of thing, those are four that are really great. Great places to start. So, okay, more cold coffee, please. Just a moment, please, and we'll move on. Lego news. Um, we're up to 39 subscribers. I really appreciate that. You guys just don't know how much. I didn't think anybody would watch this when I first started doing it, but I said I'm going to do it for the fun, or I hope people would watch it. So, so I really appreciate that. Please let me know more what you want to see. There is I made a post or a little short with the Winter Chalet and said that decisions were made. Well, decisions were made and then minds were changed, and I switched up and done the cat in the hat. So you'll be able to probably see it over my shoulder in the live tomorrow night. I did do a speed build on that. I'm having trouble getting it to move from my phone to the computer. So I'm hoping I can get that done so I can you guys can see it come together and then I can do a real quick set review on it. If I can't get the build piece to move over, then I'll just do a review on it real quick for the ones that asked for it. They were like, that's kind of cool. I'm like, okay, I hear you. We can segue because I really wanted to build it too, but he's not as big as I thought he was. He's only about yay big, about that wide, but he's super cute and he looks like he's up to something, like he's looking, but he's cat in a hat, so he probably is up to something. All right. So, yep. The biggest news I think is Star Wars Day is Monday. May the 4th be with you. All of the deals, the GWPs and everything started on the 1st, which was Friday. I'm not a huge Star Wars person. I have Jim likes it more than me. I'm more of a Star Trek I do not have the Enterprise yet. I will at some point. Um, but we've got the ECS TIE Fighter. We've got R2D2. We've got C3PO. I've got Chopper here to build. Some more into the figures. I've got the Ewok. I love Ewoks. Like Ewoks are the bomb. Little Ewoks. They look. I think my Yorkie looks like a like a little Ewok. And then Snoopy's coming out. I think Snoopy releases June 1st. So, and then these are some rumored sets. So set number 80121, the Moon Gazing In, is Chinese traditional festival. It's supposed to be releasing in June as well, and 1,530 pieces. I just really love the way this set looks. It reminds me a lot of the sushi restaurant. So I'm really curious as to what's going to hit Rebrickable for this set because it looks like it has a lot of potential. It's cute as it is, but and then let's see. While I get my notes together, the forgive me if I don't say this correctly. Sagrada Familia. It's rumored to be a 12,060 piece set. It's an architecture set that's coming out sometime in 2026. I could not find any pictures of the actual set yet, though if it's coming out that soon, somebody has had to been able to see it. So yeah, that thing is going to be massive. It's going to be beautiful. I wonder though, because I'm getting Minas Tirith vibes here a little bit. If when they went with Minas Tirith, if they were like, okay, but we can do this, make it a whole lot bigger and do the Sagra Familia. I can't imagine how much it's going to cost. I'm guessing it's probably going to be another $1,000 set, but hopefully not. There's no guesstimates on that. That's just me talking, looking at the piece count and thinking, yeah, it's probably going to be around that, but it's probably going to be gorgeous as well. And then for all of us spooky lovers, in September, or it's suspected around September or October, there's going to be set number 11383, Spooky Haunted House. And it's going to be an icon theme set. The theme is icons. It's 1,420 pieces. So it's going to be about 640 pieces less than the Monster Fighter's house, but it's almost double the pieces. All right. Almost double, not quite double the pieces in the haunted house that came out, the Creator 3-in-1 last year, which I bought two and did a rebrickable one, which made it better. So I'm going to probably go get the third set because there's a rebrickable that does this house out of it as well. And I really want the Monster Fighters house, but I just haven't bit the bullet and bought one yet. Maybe that's what I need to do is I need to go through and some of the stuff that I'm not loving anymore. That make that my goal, resell them and go buy the Monster Fighters house with the monies. So I think that's all of the news. I just did the coming soon. We did the return soon last week, and then it came out. I do have an update for that. Return soon, the T-Rex got pushed out to July of 2027. Arkham Asylum got pushed out to July of 2027. They extended those, check those dates. It may have been, anyway, they got extended by at least 6 months. I'm thinking they got extended by a year. So you're not on the July 31st, 2026 deadline anymore. But be looking at those and I feel like Lego got me again because Rivendell was going to retire, so I went on and got it. And then they pushed it out. And it's been here for a while, so it got pushed out for a while, but it's okay. It's here. I can build it when I get space for it, right? So channel update. 39 subscribers. When we hit 50, we're going to do a Scooby giveaway when we hit 50 subscribers. Uh, Lots of comments and interaction on the videos, the shorts, the The episodes, not so much, but some. I would like for that to pick up a little bit. And you guys kind of tell me what you want to see. First live, take two at 8 p.m. tomorrow night, Eastern Standard Time. I appreciate you guys understanding. Thursday and part of Friday was really not a good day for me. I have some chronic health conditions, and I deal with a lot of a lot of pain each day. It's I have fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue syndrome, so that's a part of the daily. And then every once in a while, things just they go from a low hum to where I'm used to it. I keep moving. That's one of the things Lego is good for, is in this as well. As long as I'm focusing on work or on something else, I can ignore it. Then there are days that you just can't ignore it. And that's what happened to me on Thursday. So I do apologize. I appreciate your understanding. Sorry if that was an overshare, but I just wanted you guys to to kind of know what was going on there. Um, and also, a lot of my favorite shows read the comments. Uh, some read all the comments, some read most of the comments, some butt heads about the comments. But is that something you guys would like to start hearing? Is reading of the comments or anything like that? Still feeling a lot of the Lego love from everybody. Uh, I really appreciate it. I just I've just been overwhelmed by the amount of support and understanding and offers of help. Like with the first live, Jason jumped in. Yeah, I can help you if you need to. And I thought I'd went out Wednesday and was good to go. And now I'm wondering if I'm really good to go. So we'll see tomorrow night because I've been looking at like what are all these little settings and buttons and stuff for on. So maybe that's something if the creators are up to it, maybe you can help us rookies out and we can have a Zoom meeting or a chat or something where you kind of show us how to what all these little things do. I would really appreciate something like that if anybody's in in for helping out with that. And I think tomorrow night, I know I'm hoping I won't be the only one in there, but I'll be working on comments and things. But I think I'm going to uh, my set to work on for the lives going forward will be the popcorn wagon until I get that one together, and then I'll pick something else out. So yep, we're at 39. When we get to 50, I'm giving away one of my Scoobies. Just another reminder on the live build and hangout. And then Ricky tip, don't chase every set. Build what makes you excited. If you don't get that little kid at Christmas feeling, maybe don't buy it. This is going to be my new rule, though a lot of the sets give me that new kid at Christmas feeling. But when I pick it up, if I don't want to just rip it open and build it right away, then maybe I can wait for a sale or I don't really need it at all, right? So we'll see. So what's on the build table? Kind of gave this one away. The cat and hat is done. And the winter chalet is actually on the build table, and I'm working on the speed builds for that. So I may release some of those along like I've done with the others for you guys, or I may wait and make one big one. There, I'm hoping to get it ready. Thursday really got me behind, but I do have the Tale of Toyota's videos that I need to get together and set out as one big video for you guys. Then what am I building next? Well, you know the popcorn wagon is going to be the live stream build, but I'm really torn between these two. I've really been wanting to dive into Arkham, but I don't have anywhere to put it. I do have somewhere for the upscale spaceman. So, but if I go through with my word, maybe this will be my inspiration to actually go through and make some room here. And future episode ideas is maybe playing around with Stud.io, maybe some special guests. Maybe I can go and talk to some of the resellers, Chris at Bricks and Minifigs, and Michael and looking at that River City bricks. So then a Virginia, North Carolina road trip to some of my favorite Lego shops. Maybe these two get combined. Maybe a rebrickable episode, just playing off of Steve's ideas with the Imagination Brick Shop. That was a fun episode that really got me thinking and looking at some of the sets that I didn't quite love as much. Maybe I can go out there and find something that I like. And then maybe a little bit different take because this last ideas round that come out, I was very excited for the ones that were picked. I think three of the four I really want. And but looking through, I'm kind of like, how did these guys not make it? And I know it's got to be hard because you can't pick them all, right? But maybe go back through and maybe do some honorable mentions or hope they resubmit, that type thing. And you guys let me know what you think are something you'd like to see or want me to dive into. And thanks for watching. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. Trying to drop episodes every Sunday, some shorts during the week, and maybe live hangouts we'll start doing monthly, maybe bi-monthly if they catch on. Uh, please comment. Let me know what you want to see, what you want to hear, feedback on the episodes, what you liked, what you didn't like. And I try to respond to every comment and really interact. Because I'm more wanting to build a community of Lego lovers than I'm wanting to, you know, be some kind of YouTube superstar. So, so yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. Go create, collect, chat, or build some Lego today. And I will talk to you later. Have a good one.